What is going on, everybody? Hope you are having a great day, or whatever time it is. Hope it is great for you. So about, or maybe over a week ago, I don't remember exactly when, because I should have looked up the date before I did this video, but I did a video on or at least what I thought at the time, every single difference between this controller, the RC2, versus the DJI RC. Now, there were some things that I actually did forget, which I could admit, of course I am human. However, there are some things that I did want to talk about today that were pointed out to me. So this video, I am not aiming to make it very long, but just to kind of do this as a part 2 to that video. And if you haven't seen that video, go look at that video first and then come back, or watch this one and then go back. Anyway, let's go on with it. So this first thing has to do with the screen recording resolution, and this was pointed out to me by one of the people who commented on my original video. I didn't ask them if I could give them a shout out, so I won't really put the name in there, but feel free to shout yourself out if you see this. So with screen recording, that's pretty much been very straightforward. You just go here into the notification bar, press screen recording, and let it do its thing. I'll let this run for about a few seconds, and let me see, we're at 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's good enough. And let's stop that. Now, of course, doing a screen recording is pretty straightforward, right? Everybody knows how to do that. However, one thing that was asked of me was what the resolution of the screen recording on the RC2 versus the RC is, and I'm happy to tell you it has been upgraded. So hopefully this is able to be seen, but on the original RC, and I'm pretty sure this is the same for the RC N1 if you were to record, on both of those, you'll see here that the resolution is at 960 by 540. And then FPS is going to be at 4. I don't really trust the FPS on this, but whatever. On the RC2, it has definitely been upgraded, and it is now sitting at 1280 by 720, and FPS there is 1, which is why I don't believe it. But if you were wondering whether the quality of screen recordings got better, it indeed has. I mean, 720 is still not like the greatest thing out there, but of course you do have that up resolution. So if you want to do some semi high quality screen recordings, then you can definitely do that. Another interesting thing I wanted to point out about screen recording is that if you bring down the notification bar, because this is Android, albeit a heavily lockdown version of Android on both of these, if you press and hold the screen record record screen icon here, they do different things on the RC versus the RC2. With the RC2, it'll bring you directly to the file manager here, which I am still wondering if this is proprietary. I don't use stock Android, so someone let me know if it's not. Maybe it is the stock Android file browser, but what you can do from here, and this is just if you are in desperate need of doing this, if you don't have any other way to transfer files, if you go here and you tap on a file, you can only do this one by one. You can hit the share button, which doesn't work, of course. But if you notice right here, you have that Bluetooth icon. If you go to Bluetooth and turn on, then you can actually Bluetooth to other devices. Now, like I said, this is going to be something you want to do in a pinch. Ideally, you want to just basically have your an SD card reader of some sort, because like Bluetooth is painfully slow. It's not as fast as I thought. Anyway, wanted to point that out. The next thing I wanted to talk about is something that was pointed out to me by one of the other people who commented on that last video by the name of I10 Fine. I apologize if I messed your name up, but did want to give you that credit. So I did not think to test this because I didn't think DJI would have actually done this. However, there has been what you would probably call a significant upgrade between both of these in terms of displaying their contents onto another external device. What I'm talking about here is you do now have Type-C to HDMI connectivity on the RC2 here. And just to demonstrate this, you know, once Aiton pointed this out, I actually tested this out. So let me just show you that it doesn't work on the RC first. And we may all already know this, but you know, just to keep authenticity. So if I put that to HDMI, and I'm sorry, I'm going to take my camera here, my little messy desk, you'll notice there is no HDMI signal here whatsoever, right? Now, if I do the same exact thing, and this is going to get a little messy here, sorry. Also should have cleaned off my monitor, but whatever, I'm human. So this is in the RC2 now, and there we go. We got an HDMI signal coming out to my 4K monitor. Now, I can't tell you what this streams in. I could probably find out. However, is it really that important when you have that connectivity? I don't think so. And I mean, this looks pretty good. Like this is probably 1080, probably 720. It looks more like 1080. Anyway, you do have that functionality here, and that is a great thing. Now, another thing I really want to point out is the fact that it is going to be highly dependent upon how you connect or what you're using to connect it to the monitor, because as you can see here, I have another HDMI dock, and this one does not work for some reason. So I'm imagining that the dock you have has to have some kind of protocol. I'll see if I can go back and find this. And as you can see here, this does not work whatsoever. This is an older dock though, so that may be the issue. Like this thing is really, really old. I think this is one of the first docks I got. But yes, HDMI, USB Type-C to HDMI connectivity does indeed work. So for anybody who, you know, wants to display the contents of their remote controller to an external device, you can do that now with the RC2, provided you have the right hardware. Also, let me state, I was using a dock. You should be able to just use a straight Type-C to HDMI cable of some sort, and that may actually end up working better for you. Last thing I want to talk about with the differences between these two is more of an issue, and I'm pretty sure this can be fixed by software, but I did want to point it out. So the DJI RC2 is great, you know, the RC is great. However, one issue I have had constantly, and I don't know if this is an issue that people have already seen, I'm pretty sure it is, but just want to point it out. This RC2 requires compass calibration every single time I turn it on. Now, like I said, this is something I am pretty sure can be fixed by a software update, but do you have any idea how ridiculous you look in public, like literally just doing this? Like, if you've seen like the old Mario movie, like the really, really old one with the live action John Leguizamo, and I forget the other guy's name. Like, it literally looks like the Goombas like swaying back and forth when I'm doing this in public. But yeah, this is just kind of an annoying issue that I faced. You know, I had to do this out in public yesterday. Someone walked by me and they were looking at me like, what the heck? Like, I thought you were flying the drone, not the controller. But anyway, this is pretty much something, like I said, is I'm like 99% sure this is going to be fixed. Just wanted to point it out there though. Alrighty, so that is pretty much it for this video. I didn't really want to make this too long or as long as the first one, but I did want to point these things out. I also unfortunately cannot keep my Air 3 because it is not within the budget I thought it was originally when I got it. So I have to kind of do these videos as I go along. I will essentially get it back in the future, but yeah, hopefully this video was helpful. And yeah, leave any comments below and we will go from there. Of course, this video was unscripted, which is why it's all over the place, but hopefully, like I said, the information was helpful. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, have a great day, a great afternoon, a great evening, or a great night, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching as always.